Hey, good day, folks. Welcome to Andrew's Life. Welcome to Prentiss, Mississippi. This small town is going to be located in the south central part of Mississippi. Now, obviously, since this is going to be a small town that we're getting ready to tour, obviously there's not going to be a whole lot of amenities available to you if you choose to move here or you choose to visit here. So if you're looking to go somewhere with any decent amount of amenities, the closest community to here is going to be Brookhaven, which is going to be located 37 minutes or 36 miles from here to the west. Now, as far as bigger cities, and I say bigger cities per Mississippi standards, Hattiesburg is going to be to the southeast. It's going to be 54 minutes or 44 miles from here. And then, of course, an hour from here or 58 miles from here to the north, you'll have Jackson, Mississippi. Now, the population of this small community is going to be 976 people. As of 2020, this town has lost 9.7% of its people. Back during 2010, the population was 1,081 people. The population here peaked back in 1970 at 1,789 people. And ever since 1980, this town began to lose people. Now, the racial demographics here are going to be 48% white, 49% black, and 1% Hispanic. So racially, it's almost half-half. And here's a little bit of history about this town. Prentiss was named Blountville after an early settler of the city, William Blount. Well, it's William Blount. Sorry, I think I butchered the hell out of his last name, but it is what it is. Then the city was renamed Prentiss after Prentiss Red Berry, a wealthy landowner in the area in 1903. In 1907, Jonas and Bertha Johnson created the Prentiss Institute, which was sitting on 40 acres of land with remnants of the slave quarters on the property that was considered the best school for African Americans. It started off as an elementary school with 40 students whose tuition was paid with chickens, eggs, and produce. By 1953, the facility was known as Prentiss Normal and Industrial Institute that had a high school as well as a junior college added to the facility. This school closed in 1989. This old school is now a Mississippi landmark as of 2002, located close to East St. Shepherd's Road. I could not locate the exact address of the road, but I did locate a map, and it appears to be close to East St. Shepherd's Road. Now, maybe somebody out here who lives in this area, or you at least know this area, maybe you know the exact location, and if you do know the exact location, I would love for you to leave it in the comments. Now, in 1958, Reverend H.D. Darby, a resident of Prentiss, filed a federal lawsuit against the state of Mississippi, challenging the state's rigid voting laws and rights for African Americans, which apparently was the first lawsuit of its type filed in Mississippi at that time. Now, if you want to move here to Prentiss, or you want to come here and visit, or maybe you know somebody that lives here, you want to come visit them, see their new home, whatever the case might be. Obviously, when it comes to entertainment, there's not going to be a whole lot to do here. So all the larger cities I named off earlier in the video, you'll be better off going to one of those places if you're looking for something to do. Now, they do have a lake here that you can go visit. It's called Lake Jeff Davis, which is located southeast of Prentiss. So the park is not, the lake is not in town. It's a little bit outside town, southeast, which is going to be the closest thing to having anything to do with in the Prentiss area. Now, if you go visit the lake, there is a picnic area there, and there's also camping there. So I'll be honest, I've never been there before. Didn't have a reason to go there when I was here recording this video, but it's there. So if you want to go camping, go check them out. Now, if you're looking to move here, your median rent prices are going to go from $660 to $1,200 a month. Which, in my humble opinion, I think that's a little steep, considering what you're getting in this town. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I'm just being I'm just being honest. But then again, when you look at how high rent prices are in other parts of the country, I guess $660 to $1,200 a month would be considered low. Now, if you're looking at buying a house here, home prices here are going to start at $49,000. However, if you're looking for something that needs minor cosmetic repairs at most, basically, if you're looking for a home that needs little to no repairs, you can find something like that for around $75,000. Now, for $75,000, you'll probably have to do at least some cosmetic stuff. Like you might have to repaint, you might want to update the carpet, stuff like that. But I would say for the most part, outside of that, you'll have a pretty solid house in a decent area. And like I said, you can get that for around $75,000 here. And a couple of those houses that I've seen on Realtor.com do come with an acre lot. So if you're looking to live in a small town, be within an hour of a major city, maybe you got a green thumb, you want to grow your own produce, I would say Prentiss would be one of those communities to come and check out. Now, depending on how you look at things, for those of you that got little ones and you're looking at coming here to Prentiss, the school system is, it's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. The school system scores a C-. So the school system here is just a tad bit below average, just a tad. But then again, my attitude is, if you're looking to move somewhere to where your money will go a little farther, to where you can potentially have a better quality life, there's always other means to where you parents can effectively educate your kids. Because even if you send your kids to a school in the suburbs, it doesn't necessarily mean that your children are going to get the best education that school may have to offer. Because sometimes you go into the suburbs, if you don't look the part, if you don't got that big money, like some of them other kids' families might have, then your kid might get bullied and made fun of anyway. And what kind of education you're going to get if your kid is going to school being picked on because they don't have the latest model shoes or whatever. That's going to be no good. And sometimes even if you send your kids to a quote-unquote top-rated school, it doesn't mean that the teachers there are going to be able to effectively teach the material to your children. So I wouldn't necessarily allow the C- grade for the public schools here to scare you from coming here to Prentiss. If you come here and visit and you fall in love with the area and you decide that you want to move here and set roots here. That's just my 2 cents about the school systems. Now, as far as it goes for crime, well, crime in here is not too bad. Now, property crime here, for every 1,000 people, 13.9 people are most likely to become victims of some kind of a property crime. The most common type of property crime here is theft. The national average for property crime is for every 1,000 people, 19 people are most likely to become a victim. So the national average is 19. Here in Prentiss, it's only 13.9 people. And when it comes to violent crime here is not too bad. I mean, the U.S. average for violent crime, for every 1,000 people, 3.6 people are most likely to become a victim of violent crime. Here in Prentiss, per 1,000 people, only 2.1 people are most likely to become a victim of violent crime. And the most common type of violent crime here is going to be assault. And honestly, as far as it goes for moving here, I mean, obviously there's a lot more video left, and I'm still gonna read a few reviews off of Niche in a second here. But before I do, me personally, if I was looking to move to Mississippi, this town would definitely be one of the towns on my list. Now, I will tell you right now, this isn't the best small town in this region of Mississippi, but it would definitely be one of those towns on my list that I would at least consider because of the proximity to Jackson and Hattiesburg. And plus, you're only a couple of hours, give or take, away from the Mississippi Gulf. I mean, I forgot to figure that out, but just off the top of my head, I would say within a couple of hours of here, if you drive straight south, you can reach the Mississippi Gulf. So for all those reasons, I definitely would consider at least checking this city out and putting this city on your list of places to potentially move to if you're out here and you're looking to move to Mississippi. Or perhaps you're looking to move to a place with a warmer climate to where the cost of living is not going to kill you. Like maybe you're retired or maybe you're in the trades. And I would say if you're in the trades, you ought to be able to find work down here in Mississippi. I don't know how easy it would be to find work here in Mississippi, but I'm going to assume that much like many parts of Alabama, down here in Mississippi, if you're in the trades, it shouldn't be too difficult to find work. And one thing I want to point out is, when you watch other content creators talk about the worst places with the worst economy and all that type of stuff, one thing which I notice is sometimes when other content creators say that a place has got, let's say they're on the list of the top 10 places not to move due to its economy. Sometimes, the reason why some of these places, like Mississippi or even Alabama, may be said to not have the best economy is because of the type of jobs that are in these type of states. Now, if you're the type of person that you decided to go to college and you got some sophisticated degree in an occupation that a lot of people, if you were to tell them your occupation that you earned your degree in, a lot of people will look at you sideways and they'll ask me, what the hell are you talking about? So if you got one of those type of degrees, then states like Mississippi will not be the type of state you're gonna want to move. You're gonna most likely have to go check out a state with bigger cities and therefore with larger economies to accommodate your sophisticated degree. But if you're the kind of person that you don't mind working at the factory, you don't mind working at the chicken plant, maybe you have some kind of a trade under your belt, like maybe you have your CDLs, maybe you're an electrician, you do plumbing, or you do construction. If you have anything like that under your belt, a lot of these places that might get a low grade when it comes to its economy will be, actually some of these places will actually be better for many of you that have a trade, for many of you that work certain type of blue collar jobs. See, that's one thing I've learned over the years. Like, I'll give you guys an example. Now, if my memory serves me correctly, I believe that one of the states that have the top 10 economies is going to be Massachusetts. Now, if you work in the trades, if you work blue collar work, and you choose to move to Massachusetts, the quality of life you're going to have in Massachusetts, due to how much more expensive it is compared to, let's say, here in Mississippi, the quality of life you're going to have in Massachusetts is going to be far lower than what you have in Mississippi. Like, if you go to Massachusetts and you work as let's say you're an electrician, you might be lucky to afford a 900 square foot apartment. You'll be lucky to afford let's say a 900 square foot apartment. And when I say 900 square feet, I'm probably being way too generous. As where you can come down here to Mississippi, you can purchase yourself a whole house sitting on acreage if you come down here and you're an electrician. So your quality of life here in Mississippi, for an example, is going to be way better than it will be in a state like, let's say, Massachusetts. So for those of you that work blue collar jobs, I guess what I'm trying to say is, when you watch other content creators' videos or you read some kind of an article and a state like this one, Mississippi, might be on a list of states with the worst economy, don't let that in itself scare you from coming here to Mississippi. As I always tell you guys, come down here, check it out, investigate the area for yourself, talk to a couple of locals, and then just take it from there. Okay, now let's jump over and read some reviews off of Nisha, what other people who live here or used to live here think about this city. Give me one. Alrighty, Prentiss, Mississippi. All right, this is based on 6 reviews. Prentiss scores a 4 out of 5 stars. 2 people rated this city as excellent. 1 rated the city very good. 3 people rated the city average. And nobody gave this city a poor or terrible review. So let's start reading. And I'm not going to go in order like I normally do. I'm just going to just read. So this first review was written June of 2022. This is a 3-star review. Just wish it was more diverse. They have plenty to offer, but nothing for small children to go like a splash pad park. I think if there were a boy and girl club or even a mentor program, maybe the young ones would be more productive adults later in life. Okay, the next review is written November 2020. It's a 4-star. My experience living here is pretty good. The people are friendly. The weather is nice where I live. The food is great too. Yeah, that's one thing I gotta say about Mississippi. Mississippi is cooking off the chain. I gotta say that. All right, anyways. The next review is a 5-star written June of 2019. I've been living here all my life. It's more of a, I don't know what they're talking about here, but the people are friendly. It's not much to do here. Okay, here's another 5-star review written August of 2018. I have lived in Prentiss, Mississippi all my life. It's a small, family-oriented place to live. It is very quiet and full of nice people who are not just neighbors, but people who become family to me. Over the years, it has gotten a little bad, but the thing I would change would be nothing. I would just remind the town of how it used to be before the pain. Okay. Now this next review is a little older. It's a 3-star, written April of 2017. Prentiss is a small town which can be good or bad depending on how you like life. If you want busy with lots of businesses, then you will hate it. If you like more laid back country atmosphere, then you will like it. I agree with that 100%. Okay, this is an older one, written November 2016. It's a 3-star. My hometown of Prentiss is not that big or spectacular. That is where I grew up and completed high school there. There may not be that many attractions to go see or many fun things to do, but there are many hardworking men and women that will make sure you are taken care of at all costs. Okay. And that's going to complete the reviews. I think I read all of them. All right, people. That's going to be it for the commentary. Now there's still another 12 minutes remaining on the video. I would love for you guys to stick around and watch the remaining 12 minutes so you get more views of the city. And on that note, y'all stay blessed. I will catch you guys on the next one.